YouTube! Welcome to a brand new playlist. I'm T.S. Holden, and this is A Programmer Plays Grime Definitive Edition, in case that matters. I don't think it does. I think there's just the one Grime. But this is I believe, Souls-like Metroidvania. It is relatively new. I don't know much about it, so I'm really excited to get into it, see what it's like. It's got some pretty epic music, so that immediately is selling me on it. Yeah, that's kind of all I know. So without further ado, let's start. New save. This game has an autosave feature. Great, it is 2025. I have no idea what the controls are or anything, so we'll see how this goes. Ooh. If it isn't the Scream Holden, also known for Screams, of course. That's what the TS stands for, as we all know. Yeah, definitely. That is for sure what the TS stands for. My audio level's okay. They seem maybe a little quiet, but also this cutscene might just be quiet. Oh. Avert your eyes, chat. This is too adult. Oh, I was making a joke, but actually, hold on. Trigger Slappy Holden. All right. That was ambiguous as hell, which I'm a fan of. Oh, cool. Fun little trick. I've made a huge mistake. It's about to be so sunny in here. I can see the sun angling its way towards my camera. Ooh. Ah, that's fun. They're using a couple things here. I'm not sure what to talk about first. So it looks like they're using a full screen distortion shader to create that sort of rippling effect, but also on top of that, the mesh itself is doing deformation. They've got particles with glow trails on it, which is another particle system probably attached to the parent particle system. A little bit of screen shake, go figure. Ah, okay, so is this us? That was pretty cool. I'm getting a little bit of Somber Echoes vibes off of this, which is wild. Because that game just came out. Temple Sentinel Holden. Alright, we're going to use left stick to move. Oh no. We move very slowly. In some ways, this kind of gives me a Dead Cell thing. Directed and produced by Yarden Weisbrot. Tired streamer Holden, that's the real canonical one. Jonathan Tepperberg and Nick, oh, sorry. Okay, we're manifesting. We got legs now. This is great. Theodore Kovalev and Advavina Kovalev. Music by Alex Rowe. Sound design and ambient music by Sean Secca. All right. In true Metroidvania fashion, we need to check something. What's to the left? Can I get through here? No? Okay, we got a dash right off the bat that uses stamina and can be chained 3 times, it looks like. Ooh. Interesting jump. Look at the trajectory of that. That's quite interesting. Yeah, jump. All right, we've got a ledge grab. Secrets, cool. Okay. E while dashing to dash. You can dash through creatures and backstep. Okay. That did feel a little funky, the sequence there. Press right bumper the moment an enemy attack lands to absorb. An appetizer before the coming feast. Alright. Alright. First try. Rail arms 1 out of 5. New prey found. Oh. Are we gonna... Ooh. Rail arm. Alright. Is this a really, like, thematically cool bestiary? Hell yeah. I love that. I'm betting that this is... So, absorb progress 1 out of 5. And a little bit of text. Awareness spurns a want. And that want may often manifest as a reaching hand. Arms weakly flail at any approaching presence lethargically. These hardly pose a threat to anything. All right. Ah, oh. Oh, that's interesting. That's also interesting. So it looks like what they're doing. Can I... I think that what they're doing is they're dropping a node every time we've traversed a sufficient distance from the previous node. It's hard to say, though. Tracking where people go is actually a fairly complicated problem. If you've played Breath of the Wild, you'll know that they've got a feature, well, you might know, that they've got a feature called the Hero's Path, which shows where you've walked. And I actually love that feature. That's a really cool way of letting the player visualize their own progress, but it's also a really cool way of letting the player go, wait a minute, I've never been there. Why have I never been to that lake or whatever? So for especially like an adventure kind of game, doesn't help to A-star algorithms for the win. Oh man, we could be here all day talking about A-star. Yeah, this shows previous pathing, shows like where you've been literally, which can be a misdirect in and of itself. You say, I'm struggling. My head is all. Okay, so I guess possibly because he only has head. Right bumper. The moment an enemy attack lands, absorb. Yep. Oh, I mistimed that so badly. Ah, thanks for the shallow. Gosh, I can't talk. Thanks for the follow, Sean. Appreciate you. Are you gonna attack? I mean, oh. I really should have seen that coming. Very Hollow Knight move right there. Can I push you off? Maybe not? No, okay. So it's looking like it wants us to dodge. There we go. Timing on that feels a little strange. Yeah, the UI definitely gives some Soul vibes. Yeah. Absorbing an enemy steals their breath. Press right trigger to convert a full breath meter into health. Alright, so Hollow Knight E. An instrument should be cared for. Mend the vessel with a sacrifice of prey. Right, Grips? I'm also very much reminded of Somber Echoes. Okay, so interesting. Instant cast, I think it was instant cast, but slow effect. So sort of turning around the way that Hollow Knight does its heals, where there's a slow cast, but once it's there, you get the full effect. All right, so we can just climb. So this is what ladders look like, I guess. Y'all hear a weird sound? It's my cat snoring directly behind my computer. Promise it's not me dying slowly. What are you? Left trigger. Level them dust. Alright. This has got to be a thing, right? Like, I need a weapon so I can smack that. Sky. Spurrer. Oh. Activate a surrogate. Weeping Cavity Depths. Grow, leave. Alright, so I assume that this is our bench. Ah, yep. Alright, so our bonfire really is what I should say. Level 0, we've got 236 out of 142 mass, I believe. So we've got health, increases maximum health points, allowing you to take more damage before being destroyed. Force increases maximum force, letting you perform more actions before running out of force. Strength increases damage for strength scaling weapons. Dexterity increases damage for dexterity scaling weapons. And resonance increases damage for resonance scaling weapons and traits. Interesting that only one of them specified traits. Remakes 5, so I assume that's just rerolls. We've got 100 health, 60 force, 80 breath heal, force regen 28 per second. We're unarmed, and we have consumed very little. Alright, so we don't have any weapons. Let's put it into health just to see what happens. Alright, so +1. That only gives us 4 more health. That honestly does not feel good. I'm a little tempted. I'm a little surprised by these stats. So 462 plus 2.5, yeah. This feels like it's not going to be a particularly noticeable upgrade. Can't even see this on the thing. We'll put it into health because I feel like there's no universe in which I'm not happy about having more health. But alright, surrogate. An imprinted level limb becomes your checkpoint and surrogate. Whenever you are shattered, you will reform at the last created surrogate. Makes sense. As you reform, so will most prey. Use their mass to develop your vessel. Okay, so enemies respawn. Shard of the womb you once inhabited, it can be used as such again. The game was so good. Yeah, it was. That's really interesting that it's like, hey, you don't get an attack to start with. You get a parry to start with. Ooh, choices. I am so bad at parries, though. Chat, I'm so bad at parries. Get away, you uglies, you... Gasp. Beautiful. Perfection. Ah, forgive me. For a moment I thought you were one of my misshapen and disgusting brethren. But no, you are not like them at all. Your proportions are sublime. Ooh, flawless one. Please, let me serve. I can be of use to you, I promise. I will look for anything that can be of use to you. Yes, I will find you again with a gift worthy of your divine attention. Hi. What a character. What the Ferg is networking? I don't know, man. You'll have to ask the resident chocobos. Hop on Warframe now, so at least the script stream of it. Word! Have a good time, Kaya. Heard that thing. Alright, cool. So we're learning. Really interesting that it's left trigger. An unformed finger times 100? Or is it 100 weight? Questions. Alright, the timing window for that is fairly generous, which I am a fan of. Give me some fingies. Oh. Taste. We discovered a trait. Oh, okay. Nail. Cool. Ah, we can equip this. Equip it to this one, sure. Removal can be used to return to the most recently created circuit. Okay, so Homeward Bone. Gotcha. Consume. All right. Very Souls-like right here. Unformed Finger. Consumed to gain 100 mass. Gotcha. Ooh, horrifying to look at. All right, our map still surprisingly this shaped. Older head. Ah, secrets. All right, 1 second. Ah, okay. I'm assuming. Ooh, okay. Timing for that's a lot earlier than I expected it to be. What was the. Yeah, okay. Right trigger to heal. And I assume that you're passive. Yeah, it seems like. My favorite detail is that Ferg is my emote. Gasp! Flawless one. I may have found a gift worthy of you. The glorious Carven used these stick things to more easily crush their disgusting lessers into useful materials. Hi hi! Alright, equipping items. Press that to open inventory. Select an item for see more information. Press A to equip the selected item. One of many varied ways to crush prey. Alright. Ooh. Well, that seems cool. Way cooler than... Alright, that went to a whole different slot. Ah, okay, so nail is not a weapon. It is just a... like a tossed weapon, I assume. Alright, so this looks like it's scaling with dex. Is that... am I interpreting that correctly? Oh. That's interesting that the UI toggles like this. I'm hitting the X for toggle info. Special attack can shift its fingers into the shape of an axe, dealing increased damage with increased staggering power to prey. A still hand uprooted from the ground and turned into a weapon by someone persistent. Alright. We can just preview it. Also gives us a good look at our player character, who's fairly ripped. Man, look at those forearms. This guy's been jorking peanuts for sure. Aha, alright. Our days of parrying are over. Nope, never mind. They're probably not over. Ah, am I interpreting? Nope, okay, never mind. I misinterpreted. What are these little thingies? Ooh. Aha, okay. I like how smooth everything is. Yeah. Beacon attuned. Map information. Aha, okay, cool. Ah, oh, okay. And we can probably infer... we've got these little dots that have gotten smaller. I'm betting that that means that there is a limit to how many dots can be present at one time, and they'll just start doing first in, first out style, where the dots get removed from the map. In memory, that's fairly simple to do. You just have an array. The array has a cap, and then it just resets its pointer for that. So cool. I dig it. And this does really illustrate what I was saying earlier about how, like, we can see, like, oh, I haven't been down to the bottom right over there. And we can see, I did, like, not go in that spot. Can I? Yeah, I can show a pointer. I've not been in here, so it's possible that I missed something right here. Probably not. But nice little visual for that. So let's keep going. Alright, so choices. Do I want keep going this way? I mean, this feels like progression out of this weeping cavity. Or do I want to go back and like fill in? I'm kind of inclined towards filling in. I want to poke around a little bit more. Alright, yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, doesn't look like we got anything from smashing the corpse, which tracks. Whoa, 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 I have messed up so badly. Oh, so what you want to bet that we need... Why does this not want me to go down? Is this itself a... I bet it is. We need to do the parries in order to have the breath. Okay. How are we looking in terms of stats, I guess? 706 mass. All right, yeah. Okay, so that did not work out for me. Noted. Reset. I assume that we're gonna get a nice little yeah. So alright, acquired traits restores 25% of your total force on a successful absorb or repel. Okay, to grow this we need a red thing we don't have, so we'll not worry about that. Was your head a void? I believe so. It sure seems that way to me. Alright, our current weapon is, I believe... Well, or is it? I think I was wrong about this. I mean, it would make sense to me for an axe to be strength-based. So let's just try that. Strength scaling weapons? We've got a bunch of mass, so we're just experimenting here. We're finding out. Oh, or... So it could be that C is like a ranking. So this is middling tier of strength, middling tier of dex, and low tier E of resonance. Maybe. Consumable, earn, gain mass. All right. Well, let's continue going over to the side. Oh, hey, we've reached 100 ardor, I guess. Hold. Scoop that up. The head does remind me of... Oh, no. Will those come back? Yes. Okay, we're trying to do something we probably shouldn't do. Let's put that into good use. And we do get a solid amount of healing off of that. Oh, I should have let him attack me so that I can recharge. That's okay. There we go. Schlorp. Yeah, Gaines, I feel like you are probably kind of the target audience for this, given your fondness for monkey. Okay, pre-hunt complete. Ardent Sand. Or okay, here we go. Grow to gain. Okay. Grow to gain. All right. Has baguettes in it. You know, you never know. Thus far, he seems kind of baguetteless, but never say never. Go get that absorb in there. That way we've got our healing ready to roll. All right, cool. I do kind of want to spend a little bit of time over on the other side figuring out the thing, but kind of assuming I should do some checks to see, is there an XP difference between parrying versus smacking them to death. There's certainly a difference in terms of their chances to kill you. I know it's a bit superficial, but I do like the way this one looks. Hey man, video games, like, so much of it is just how they look. There's a reason why video is part of the name. Oh. There we go. You're stiff. I mean, a big part of why I play Warframe is because it's kind of the only game on the market that has that kind of look. Okay. Force. Attacking and dashing consumes force, which slowly regenerates when unused. Without force, these actions cannot be initiated. What cannot be moved by will be moved by force. All right? That checks out. Thank you. Massively early. Again, quite early. There we go. I just didn't want to risk it. It does feel like this game's a bit on the quiet side, so let's bump up the audio. Yeah. Red attacks can't be absorbed. You can dash through enemies. Okay. Hunt point gained. Cool. Let's go ahead and knock out a heal. There we go. Excellent. And now I'm betting, yeah, hunt point is the little red thing. Cool. Prickly Weeper chest. Alright. Kind of just like picking directions and running in them without much in the way of plan. Oh. Sneaky, sneaky game. Ah, okay. Woof, that was bad. I did a bad job there. But oh, look at this background details. Oh. An eyeball? Yes, it totally is. What are you? Blood metal shard, alright. Good. Here, Din. Feels like maybe I shouldn't go here quite yet, considering how much that guy put the hurt on me. Go back to the Weeping Cavity. Okay. See if I can... I don't know why I triggered that so early. It was so early. Alright, so now we get to find out some questions. Is that our lost vessel? Alright, cool. We do still have some of our mass, it looks like. Yeah, we didn't lose all of our mass, I don't think. And we've still got, obviously, our hunter's mark, so we could invest that in some stuff. Gently pull on nearby vulnerable surfaces, revealing hidden paths. I'm pretty good at noticing those kind of things. Repelling an attack damages the attacker, 40% benefit from resonance, alright. Can now press left stick to walk slowly. Alright, interesting that's an upgrade. Restores 25% of your total force on a successful absorb or repel. That seems real good. But we're going to invest in that. And now, let's put a few points into health. Gosh, the numbers of that really do feel kind of bad. 120. So we've essentially, like, that is the equivalent of getting our first Hollow Knight mask. We are getting some stuff though. Nails. Good, good. So, alright. We'll go up and over. And over. Actually, we probably have a shortcut over here. Let's double check because I'm being silly. Yeah, we totally did make ourselves a shortcut here. God, that was early. I don't know why I'm hitting these boulder guys so friggin' early. I need to do some experimenting. I keep forgetting. but I need to do some experimenting from the XP point of view. That's interesting. Oh, that was a dude. Right. Another pre-hunt complete. Assume that this has not... Yeah, no. No. Gonna need that later. Why am I so early? Okay. Okay. Having the little archer guy there is a problem. I can't trigger this until it's full, so we might be about to lose this stuff. But without the archer, we hopefully will be okay. There we go. Now we're fine. So we can heal ourselves. Stupid early. There we go. Goodness me. Twin fangs. All right, that sounds like a weapon. Oh, there we go. Twin fangs, weapon. Okay. B and E, but no, it's only showing 2 of them. So I'm guessing that means that this does not scale with resonance at all. Gotcha. I need to get some better curtains. I have curtains, they're just absolute trash. I'm noticing the light coming in on my face, hitting my eye in a way that I would rather it not. Alright, cool. So, after equipping a second weapon, press left bumper to switch between weapons. Cool. The wind-up on that is still slower than I would expect it, to be honest. That said... that do... Really? There we go. The timing on that one feels strange to me. But we got there in the end. Pull up. Climb, climb. But yeah, we need to be parrying constantly in order to be getting heals, which is a pretty interesting system. Definitely an iteration on the melee idea that Hollow Knight introduced us all to. Let's find out what's down here. I assume if I climb down here, I can open up a shortcut, maybe? No. That did not work out very well for me. Slurp. This. We're decently agile. Wait, wasn't there... No, it was a different spot. Okay, so it doesn't seem like we can chain our dashing or our jumping either way. It's a little bit of a shame, but we'll get there eventually. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, that feels like getting out of here. I want to go down, see if we can find... Alright, you seem potentially special. Go. You up. Alright, sure. Pop off the heel. Okay. We are wrong. A mistake. My body, it shouldn't look like this. I can feel it. I know it. My thoughts, my words, they come from a dead thing. A cursed breath. Life forced into unwilling dirt. He is having a rough go of it. This is how I am meant to be. Give it back, or I'll break it off you. Alright. You pray. Ardent sand. ×5. I'm guessing we're going to be doing the whole Souls-like thing where we encounter characters who are not doing great. Blood metal splinter, alright. Not sure what we're going to use that for yet. I'm assuming some weapon crafting stuff. You. Debris field, alright. Oh, sneaky. Well, alright, well that feels maybe a little cheeky. There's something up there. Ooh, whole bunch of eyes. Psst, over here, shimmering one. This wall can't be broken from your side. You can get through from a path above. Alright, yep, I pretty much already knew that. Ah, okay. Traits and hunts. Destroy challenging prey to gain their hunt point. Invest hunt points into traits from inside of surrogates to unlock their power. Traits are acquired by destroying prey using absorb. Greater challenges, greater rewards. Alright. So we got ourselves a new respawn point. Let's see. How are we looking? Not that great, honestly, on mess. I'm a little surprised that we don't have more. Reduces 25% of incoming damage after failing to absorb an attack. Interesting. Reduces 25% of incoming damage after failing to absorb an attack. I'm not totally clear on how they mean that. Like, is that you did it early and so no dice? I don't know. Ah, okay, hold on. I'm guessing this will show me once things start mattering. Okay. Hold on. Yes, plus 0.4, and plus 0.1. Interesting. So if I were to invest in this, yeah, okay, there we go. 0.4 and 0.3 because it's got a B rating. Interesting. Gosh, neither of those are particularly good numbers. Let's... put it in a dex. Probably a mistake, but just can't tell right now. I am enjoying how fluid the climbing is. It feels a little weird at first, but damn. Okay, well we did very bad there, but we got there in the end. Like just the timing of the climbing feels strange, but then you get it. There's a couple of those. We're in new uncharted territory. Alright, Bellow Mace. Let's see. Scales with strength and resonance. Attack speed deals heavy damage with increasing staggering power to prey. Woof, that is slow. Holy cow. Let's go back to this. I just don't think I've got good enough timing, case in point, to be doing the mace. What is your attack? Do you? Can I absorb from that enemy? Not entirely convinced that I can. Alright. More Ardent Sand. We're gonna assume that we're gonna find out what that does later. Right. Warp. As our kind of distressingly okay, so that might right there might have been a failed to absorb moment. Trying to get back to this spot. There we go. Shortcut. Glorious anatomical one. Ooh, I am so disgusted by my disgusting brethren. How dare they attack one such as you? It's not your fault they are misshapen and disgusting. Let's dump this pitiful place together. But first, you'll need to get past the biggest ugly of them all. Break through its ugly face. Hey, hey. Weep. I'm assuming that this is a boss that we're about to walk straight into. Let's give it a shot. See how we do. A lot of eyeballs and stalactites. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Wakey wakey. Absorb. Nice. Absorb. Nice. Okay. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, we're doing real bad. Very bad. That's okay. I think I get it. Is there anything that we think would help us there? I mean, more health would definitely help. Possibly more force, honestly. We were doing a lot of dodging there. And just having a bigger, energy pool would help. Let's check. Gosh, there's a bunch of stuff going on here. Is this just straight up armor that we never bothered to equip? Oh, cool. So we have the choice of equipping things cosmetically or equipping them practically. And we just got some bonus on both of them, I think, from having the full set. So that's cool. I like that. Those are all temporary things, so let's go for it again. I'm assuming that our body's just gonna still be there. Alright. Alright, straight into this phase, which is interesting. Okay. That arm. That arm. That arm. I mean, I guess we could just be whacking on it. Shit. That was bad. That was also bad. There we go. All right, fun. All right, so the parry mechanic for boss puzzle stuff, big fan. Like that. I like that a lot. Give me your whatever this is. Ooh, we defeated Amalgam. Ardor. Ardor increases the amount of mass gained from defeated foes, up to 100%. Ardor is gained by crushing or absorbing prey. Ardor is lost upon taking damage. A stirring appetite, a taste for more. Okay, okay. So, the more perfectly we play, the more it'll reward us. That is probably bad news for me. I want to know what's up here. I'm nosy. Looks like stuff that we can't do yet. Hello. Oh, chiseled one. Look what I found for you in the meantime. More followers to serve and bask in your perfection. This one is Boulderhead. It doesn't say much, but if I tell it to do something, it usually does it. And this is Other Boulderhead. It doesn't say much either, but look how well I painted up its misshapen face. Called them Boulderheads because their heads look kind of like boulders. I don't think they get it, though. You must be heading to the palace. That's where all the other finely crafted rocks are, like you. There's a lift in the lithic that can take us there, away from the broken sky. Let me come with you, and I promise to be helpful. You'll see. Alright, cool. Well, you know what? This seems like probably a good place to end this episode. Let's cut it here, YouTube, and we'll pick up right here, exactly the same spot in the next episode. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this first little bit of Grime. I know I've had a pretty good time, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye!